Hello everyone, it's me again, Mopson164, and I'm back again with another Disney review. And if you remember my previous review, then you'd know today that I am doing Pinocchio. As you could see the title anyway. Yeah, hopefully there shouldn't be too many spoilers in this, but if there is, well, we'll see what happens. Sorry about the webcam keeps freezing. There's not a lot I can do about that. Well, anyway, Pinocchio. You know, it's a classic. Everyone knows the story. Okay, maybe not everyone. Well, if you don't know, it's basically the story about this old guy, right there, Geppetto, who owns a toy shop, who builds clocks, makes literally anything out of wood, and he makes a puppet and finishes it and he calls it Pinocchio. And makes a wish upon this star, on that really bright star just there, and when he goes to sleep, the blue fairy appears and makes him alive. And the only way the only way I can become a real boy, because he's still made out of wood, is to prove that he's unselfish, brave, and truthful, or unselfish. That's it. Then he will become a real boy. But he asks, how would I know? How can I do all that? And she says, your conscience will tell you. And we don't know what a conscience is. So this guy appears. He appears at the very beginning of the film, Jiminy Cricket, who says that, well, he says that he'll be the conscience, and Geppetto finds out, and so the next day Pinocchio goes off to school, and then this massive fox and a cat are just absolutely bedazzled by this puppet, walking, breathing puppet. So yeah, the film just continues from there. It'll take me a while to explain it, but yeah, there is one that is quite actually a pretty damn creepy film, because well, you got a lot going on. He gets tricked by Honest John, by the fox and the cat, it's a scam really. Sells him to Stromboli, this I think he's Russian, puppet master, and locks him up and threatens to chop him up into firewood if he tries to escape. So the blue fairy appears, the nose grows when he lies, and she sets them free once he tells the truth. Then Pinocchio and Jiminy start to go home, but then I'm just gonna tell the rest of the story now. Spoilers, everyone. this is where the spoilers start. Okay. When they're on the way home, they run into Honest John and the cat again, and they say that they wonder why he's not with Stromboli anymore, and he explains because he's a bit of he's a nasty person. He's not nice, pretty much. And so he says, why don't you go to Pleasure Island? And so he takes him to the coach, where the evil coachman takes all the lads, every single boy in that village, and yeah, and they go onto this massive boat and sail to Pleasure Island, and it's everything a lad could want, apparently. I never wanted this. You can beat people up, it's all for free, smoking, cigars, pool, drinking, destruction, all that. And Jiminy finds him and says, we're going home, pretty much. Says we've got to go home. Pinocchio says no, and because he's got a new friend, who's not actually a friend but is an absolute lunatic. And so Jiminy decides to go home until he stumbles across a lot of donkeys, thinking where on earth did all these donkeys come from? So he finds out, because the coachman put something in the cigars and all the alcohol, and every time they take a puff of a cigarette or a cigar and drink some beer or alcohol, then they're turning that little bit more into a donkey, into a jackass, as they say. And it is really creepy, because you actually do see Pinocchio's friend turn into a donkey, and that used to scare the living daylights out of me when I was younger, and it doesn't really anymore. It's more disturbing. So yeah. Yes, it's extremely disturbing, but yeah. So Pinocchio grows ears, jackass ears, and a tail. And before it gets any worse, Jiminy comes back and they run away. Well, swim away, they jump off a cliff. And once they get home, they see that the house is empty. So they go. Well, before they go anywhere, a letter drops down from the sky from the Blue Fairy, and it says that Geppetto and his pets have been swallowed by a whale named Monstro. And so they go out to find him. And Monstro is this massive whale, absolutely massive. And this is my favourite part of the film, because it's all non-stop action. It's just brilliant, and the animation is still really, really impressive, much like Snow White, but I actually preferred Pinocchio to Snow White. I do really like both films. And so Monstro swallows Pinocchio, and he finds his father, and they make a fire to make Monstro sneeze them out. And Monstro, with the badass he is, he's not having any of that. he wants to get them back. So it's just this massive chase across the sea. It's absolutely brilliant. And the raft, the boat, it just gets demolished by Monstro's tail. And Geppetto nearly drowned. He's drowning, and so Pinocchio saves him by going into this cliff. No, into a cave. And Monstro just slams into this cliff, into the cave. And you just see Geppetto lying down on the beach. He's fine, he's alive, and they're looking for Pinocchio. Turns out, facing the ground, he's dead. Then the next time you see them, Pinocchio's lying dead on a bed, and Geppetto's, well, they're all crying. And then you hear the blue fairy's voice say, "Okay, you're a little boy now," pretty much. And yeah, she makes him alive, and they live happily ever after, and that's it. That's the film. Absolutely brilliant, I think. Now, if you've not got this, you really ought to get it, because you just don't know what you're missing out on if you've not seen it. Go out and get it. I think it's still available. It's definitely online, so. And this copy is region free, so it's only one disc. So classic number 2. So yeah, please join me next time for the next review. I don't know what it will be, because I'm doing it in a random order. It might be Fantasia, it might not be, so yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to rate, comment and subscribe.